Hi everyone, my name is Marlene and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to my very first YouTube video. I'm so excited to be able to create a space where I can share my love for Python, I can share my love for the tech industry in general, and if any of you follow me on Twitter, you've probably seen me tweet things like this. And one of my favorite things to do is to share Python packages or projects that I feel could be useful to the Python community. And in more recent days, I don't know if you've been following the drama that's happening on Twitter, but because of that, I feel that the future of Twitter currently is a little bit uncertain. And since I have also for several years been saying I would start a YouTube channel as well, I thought I would take this opportunity to make sure I have another platform where I'm sharing resources or interesting things with the Python community. If you are interested in any of this, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would really appreciate that. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to set up a code editor. Whenever I take a screenshot of the code that I'm writing in my code editor, I usually get people asking me on social media, hey Marlene, what code editor are you using? How do you get the layout that you want? I have a specific purple sort of layout that people seem to really like. And so I wanted to make this video to talk a little bit more about that. I use VS Code, and one of the things that I look out for when I'm choosing a code editor is that I want it to be flexible, I want it to be powerful, I don't want it to just be good for Python, but I want it to give me the tools to work with a wide range of projects or languages. I also want to make sure that my code editor is aesthetically pleasing. I love being able to open up my computer and get onto my code editor and be excited to work in that environment. And VS Code allows me to change my settings to my own preferences. And so I'm going to be walking you through how to do all of that. So let's go ahead and get to it. We are going to go to the VS Code website. So let's go ahead and type in VS Code download, and we're going to click that and go there. It gives us some options. I'm going to choose the Mac download since I'm on a Mac, and this will start the download. VS Code also has a getting started page here with some notes on how to start when you're getting started. Great, so that's downloaded and it is in my downloads folder here. That's what you can see in the dock. If you double click that, it will open up the actual VS Code app, which is where you want to go. The first page we get to is pretty simple. It has some instructions on choosing what you want your code editor to look like. Like I mentioned, this is a really great feature of VS Code. They have quite a lot of options for you to personalize or choose your preferences in terms of the styles you want for your editor. And I think that's really nice. So we're not going to choose any of these options. I'm going to suggest that let's go ahead and start with the extensions tab. And the first thing we want to do in the extensions tab is we want to look for the Python extension. And fortunately, it's right there. It's one of the most popular ones with 69 million downloads. So the extensions marketplace is just a place where you can find different tools or extensions that work with VS Code to make your coding experience better. From there, let's go ahead and look for the specific theme that I like to use. This theme is called Shades of Purple, so I'm just going to look for that, Shades of Purple. I'm going to install that, and immediately you can see the color of the terminal changes to purple. It looks so much better. I just feel happier when I'm looking at this, which is great. Now, after we've installed it, great, let's go ahead and start to play around with some code. So the first thing I want to show you is if you press Control tilde on a Mac, that will bring up your terminal, and that's really nice to be able to use. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set up my terminal I'm going to create a folder that we can use. From there, let's go ahead and open. It gives us, there's this nice setup. You can go ahead, it's giving us the option to get started with Python development. It's also giving us the option to get started with Jupyter Notebooks, and we'll do that in just a second. I'm going to go ahead and go to my desktop, and I'm going to open the tutorial file. And what we are going to do now is we are going to create a new file. You can either do this from the terminal, or you can go ahead and click the file icon there like I just did. And let's call it again tutorial. I want to show you what it looks like to first create maybe a Python file. So we can click tutorial.py, and that's already a Python file that we can start to write scripts in. Here we go, let's write this. So that is already ready to run once you save it. To test that this is working as expected, let's go ahead and open the Python REPL. Let's go ahead and import tutorial. And from there, let's say from tutorial, import fun. And then we're going to go ahead and just run that fun function, and as you can see, it prints out fun tutorial. So that worked. Next thing we're going to do is we are going to now test out the Jupyter Notebook function as well. So let's create, using that file icon again, I'm going to click that, and I'm going to create tutorial.ip1 and b. Let's go ahead and test this out by writing a function called cool. And then let's go ahead and print, this is cool tutorial. And then let's go ahead and call it as well. And that works as expected. As you can see on the screen, it says this is a cool, I should have written A there, but this is a cool tutorial. Something else I'm going to show you really quick as well is if I am working with multiple files, or I'm working with different images that I want to see at the same time, I usually use the split option there, and that allows you to split your screen so you can look at two pieces of code or different things at the same time. And I think that was really handy as well, makes things aesthetically pleasing. So that is actually as far as I'm going to go for this tutorial. I might do, let me know if you would like me to do a deeper dive into some more of the features that I use for VS Code and why I choose it. You know, I'm not affiliated with Microsoft or VS Code in any way, but if they'd like to sponsor me, I would not be against that. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.